Safes and the breeches on cannons. On the big 18-inch guns, the way the pressure works against the when you fire the shell and the powder, the way the pressure goes out, they made sure that I was the one who actually figured out how that metal would interlace, and also the threaded where the threads interlock and it keeps the pressure from going past. They wanted me to go ahead and do that design for them so that I was a part of that as well. So those cannons, when you thread them in and then you fire the powder charge, that was actually one of my things. Also the cases that protect the powder charges inside the ships, those little cases in case of torpedo attack or whatever, or fire, so it didn't just go boom. Anyway, and the way the pressure would try and leak out to the thing, those little baffles and all that stuff, they wanted me to go ahead and do that for them as well as the designer, to kind of put me in the whole system as far as the breeches and the cannon designs and stuff like that, to make me important in that way as well. Also, like I say, the firing pins for the flintlocks, or not the flintlocks, but the little powdered chart packing and all that, they wanted me to be a part of all that. Plus also the way the bullet, the pin comes down and hits the thingy, and the explosive little powder thing. They wanted me to be a part of all those things, so that, I don't know why exactly, but as a child they're like, we want you to do this for us, so you're a part of this. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go ahead, I'll figure that out for you. So I was the one who figured that out for everyone, and then Germany just went ahead and built what I had figured out or wanted done, based on my ideas and my designs. So, and I guess that's kind of a way to protect me and keep me safe in general from harm or whatever, or something. I don't really know. All I know, Germany wanted me to be a part of that, and I guess maybe even Russia or whatever wanted me to be a part of the cannon design and everything else. And I don't really understand why exactly that was important, but they wanted me to design and engineer a lot of stuff, I guess to keep me safe or protect me. I'm not exactly sure. But that's the way all that works. And also, like, the firing of the guns, or testing of the weapons, the pistols and all that other stuff, to make sure that they wouldn't explode when they were fired. So also, like, product testing, that little sand thing where they fire off the guns to make sure, and load them up with double the amount of powder to make sure the barrels are strong. So anyway, a lot of things in time and space or whatever that others wanted me to be a part of. So I don't exactly know why. It's just something Borg or Collective or other sentient species or races that have been protected by the Earth and protected by my laws and protected by my ideals, wanted me to be a part of. So nobody knows this, other than some people in the future, and maybe Rodney didn't know it, I don't think. Rick Bush didn't know it. Mike doesn't know it. Mike's brother doesn't know it. Rosella probably doesn't even know it. A lot of people don't really know how some of the others were like, we want to protect you. This is what we're going to do for you to protect you and to make you a part of all this stuff. So therefore you won't die when you're a year old or 2 years old or 5 years old or 7 years old. So you can have enough time to create America, invent the government, and invent the company ideas that create or are used on planet Earth. And even the collective, the Borg Collective, they wanted me to be a part of that as well. So therefore I can be, I don't know, important or something like that. So because there was a question of whether or not America was actually going to exist, and it almost didn't, or it didn't exist, and then it did exist. But I was a part of Germany and Russia and quite a few other countries throughout time and space, and even ran quite a few groups of humans, or, not ran, but I mean directed quite a few groups of human in the building of water wheels, foundries, forges, because they knew that I was going to become this great person, and also later on, be giving out money and equipment to all kinds of people in Germany and all over the world, so they could be building houses and homes and pumps and all that other stuff. So they wanted me to be a big key part of the technology that went into Earth to protect me, because they knew a lot of people, like, there was going to be $1 billion bond on my head for my death, as well as there's also like $1 million was also placed on my head for my death, my immediate removal from life and time and space even. So they knew that a lot of people were going to try and kill me, and in fact, like I said, the mob came to me, or a lot of groups were asked to kill me. And those people who didn't kill me were then killed themselves. So anyway, so a lot of groups knew that my life was going to be very much in danger, and I would probably not be able to create America or even set down the civil liberties that protect every single one of us, or every single person on the planet Earth, as well as, like, also grant minors the right to basically get away from their parents and actually be considered individuals themselves. Like I said, individual rights. So the government can't control you, so a company can't control you, so you can be like, no, I'm an individual, I have rights, and therefore you can't do these things to me. And setting that all down, that was a part of me and part of the way I work and what I wanted to be done in my country and also my planet. And a lot of other people felt that civil rights and civil liberties and to be considered a person, and also the right to own property, and also the right to defend yourself and even represent yourself in court or have representation in court, was important to them as well as me. Also protecting your wife or your family or your children, and also all that other stuff.